Listen, bro. Listen to me loud and clear. Let me lower that volume on my cellular device as I try to talk to you about like a serious topic here. Now, I will tell you up front is that I hate ads on YouTube, and I hate that beeping from the washing machine, bro. Bro, we get it. You're ready. Listen, bro. I'm about to dump my load into that washer, and I'm not talking about clothes, fellas. So, I hate ads on YouTube, and I hate YouTube ads. Alright, yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna sit here and watch some TikToks about first date horror stories, or like people's bad experiences with like a first date with somebody, or like, you know, like a first date stories, you know what I'm saying, like a bad first date story, you know what I'm saying. I said that like in 4 different ways already. Let's just get to the point, eh?
I just went on a first date.
Okay.
And honestly,
okay,
I am traumatized.
Okay.
I'm traumatized. There's a reason why I'm feeling that way.
Alright, so this guy kind of sounds like a woman, but let's continue on.
So let me tell you, I matched with a lady. Let's say her name is Priyanka. You know, just for anonymity. I matched with Priyanka, and I see her profile. I'm like, wow, what a cute lady. Very beautiful, so attractive. And she sends me a message. She goes, hello, how you doing today? And I'm like, I'm fine, thank you very much.
There isn't a dislike button. I wish there was a dislike button.
How are you? And she's like, I'm good too. I said, your bio made me laugh.
Get to the point. You're not funny.
Thanks, you too. Her bio said, it's either this or an arranged marriage with the emoji. So I
kill yourself.
I have proof that if a guy really likes you, no matter what you do, he's not gonna fucking leave. Okay?
No, that means that guy doesn't have a backbone, and you're a manipulative little bitch. That's basically what that means.
I have been waiting to share this story because it's quite embarrassing, but at the end of the day, all I do is expose myself on this app, so why not share the story? And I'm also not talking
just share the damn story.
Then we get to the entree. Now basically there is a full plate of like raw meat and seafood, and you're supposed to like take your little stick, dip it into the boiling water, and cook it, keyword cook it, before you eat it. Now my dumb ass, that concept, it wasn't really clicking, okay? You know, all I saw was a full plate of food, and I was like, might as well dig in and start eating it. So he's babbling on about whatever, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start eating. So I grab the first thing that I see, which I think is like a piece of fish. It ends up being some teriyaki steak. So I
really hope you get a parasitic virus.
Just take that shit, and I start eating it, because why not? Why not just start eating a piece of raw meat? Because I didn't know what else to do. As I'm chewing it, I'm like, oh fuck. I was supposed to cook this before I eat it.
This is boring. Women are boring. This is such a perfect video. This video has gone to a great fucking start, eh?
A couple weeks ago, I had my first Hinge date with somebody.
First Hinge date with somebody, and I'm guessing she didn't show off the tattoos to him, huh?
It was kind of fucking crazy, so I'm gonna tell you about it.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Typically, when I match with someone, I like to meet within like 48 hours, because
bro, like what is up with these? I just can't get over the fact these ugly ass tattoos that are just scattered everywhere. If a woman is gonna get tattoos, at least make them look good. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know. I just want to meet somebody in person. But I was on a work trip, so we were talking on the phone and texting for like a week and a half, and we got pretty comfy with each other. And we made plans for him to come see me. He lives like 2 hours away, so he drove to come see me.
Stop right there. If they aren't within a 30-mile radius, don't even waste your time. I already know the type of guy this is, just already. Like, what?
And we had like a whole day planned, went to the gym, and then had dinner later. And he started to say that like he was having stomach issues, his head was hurting, like all these things were going on. And I was like, well, do you want to skip it? Like, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, we'll see. Like, we'll see what happens. So we're at dinner, and everything's fine. And he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And he comes back, and he's like, I gotta be honest with you. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what's wrong? He's like, my nuts hurt bad. Like, something is wrong. So he's texting his friends because they're medics and giving him his symptoms, and he thinks he has something called testicular torsion, which is where like the nut wraps around itself, and after like 6 hours of no circulation, it's just done. It's a dead nut. So the only way to fix it is to get surgery. And there's a 6-hour time limit, like I said, and he lives 2 hours away, and he wanted to drive back to go to the hospital so he wasn't stuck where I live. And I was like, I just don't think that that's a good idea. So we leave the restaurant, and instead of going out, we go immediately to the emergency room, and he let me stay with him the whole time. So like while he was saying his symptoms and the doctor was in there, like I was there listening to everything, which was interesting, but it was also, I don't know, it was funny. I mean, we were pretty comfy, and it was a good date so far, so whatever. Yeah, they did an ultrasound on him, on his nutsack, and I was in the room for that. So I was literally looking at the inside of his sack on our first date. While the ultrasound tech was doing his ultrasound, I was Googling everything that she was typing, the measurements of whatever was going on the screen, and I told him, I was like, I don't think you have testicular torsion.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, because, like, I remember that your rage had exactly this happened to him, but it wasn't testicular, well, no. It was testicular corrosion, but, like, the way that he described it is that he was in so much pain to the point that he couldn't even walk. And, and he was in so much pain, right? He had blue balls. That's basically this whole story. I sat down and I listened to that story for 2 minutes. I wasted 2 minutes of my life just to hear a story of how some tatted up chick went on a first date with the dude and he got blue balls while he was sitting there at the table. Okay, so like I said earlier, it takes a type of guy, it takes a certain type of man to drive 2 hours away from his home and to go meet a random chick that he met on the internet. I'm just saying, it takes a certain person, okay? And that certain person would be the type of person to get blue balls just by the thought of going out on a date with a somewhat attractive woman. Like, Jesus Christ, I wasted that much time just to learn that he has blue balls. Like, a grown adult that doesn't know what a blue balls is.
Eat watermelon with me while I tell you the story about my Hinge date.
I will not eat a watermelon with you.
So when I first met him, I was like, this guy is literally like a 5-year-old boy. He was just such doofus energy, like playing around with me in like a kiddish way. But then I started going back at him. I'm like, you're a doofus, like you're stupid. Like, it was really fun energy. Like, we were goofing around the whole time. Yeah.
So like, she said that like it was an insult, but yet she enjoyed it though. All I'm saying is that women do have the mindset of like a 10-year-old kid. I'm just...
Yeah, there wasn't one moment where we weren't talking. Like, we were vibing the whole time. And they only gave us one pair of chopsticks with the sushi. So it was cute. We were feeding each other sushi. And he did bring a blanket for the pig.
I will never watch something like this ever again in my life. The way that she's talking and just the vocabulary that she's using, I just...
Handpick. And it was
this
sweet.
is so... I'm done.
Has anyone else been tased on a first date before?
No.
This girl definitely knew how to make a guy feel special, I'll tell you that. So this happened, just when I got here to my duty station, so...
Okay.
About 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I met this girl on Tinder, and we went out to like some mom and pop place downtown, and the date was going fine. Like,
going fine.
She was a little bit weird at the table.
A little bit weird.
But I just took it off that she was nervous. You know, I wasn't expecting her to tase me or anything like that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So after dinner, we left, and I drove her back to her apartment. So we pulled up out front, and you know, we were just sitting in the car talking, and afterwards we said our goodbyes, and in my brain I was like, oh, I need to go open the door for her because mama raised a gentleman. So I promptly jump out of the car to go open the door. Now mind you, I didn't tell her what I was doing. I didn't say like, oh hey, I'm gonna, you know, get the door for you. So all she sees is me jumping out of the car real fast, running over to her side and like going to open the door. So right as
wait, so like you're telling me that this guy is shocked that like he got tased, even though that like she literally saw. I mean, like the way that like you just described it, that's what it seemed like that you did, bro. You do kind of deserve to get tased at that point, then, if like you're doing that bullshit.
I've just been on a date with a guy that I met a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if this is wrong of me to post this soon, but it's so funny, and I just. Look what happened. We decided we were going to go to a karaoke bar very last second. First time meeting him. Like, we've met a couple times, but very, very briefly. And this is what happened.
A woman who like live on the internet, they just love to air out their dirty laundry, and like they love to humiliate any guy that like they're with, you know, like on the internet. You feel me? So
pretty much every first date I've ever been on, I've started off with a bold-faced lie just to get things going, get a vibe check. Honestly, I do this even when I meet people outside of a dating context, but this is really good for first dates because, I mean, partially, I just love lying. Like, I think it's a beautiful thing to lie, and I think people should do it more often.
I love lying too as well. Like, I just really enjoy lying. Absolutely. I lie to people every single time I meet them. I love lying to women. Absolutely. And just, you know, like manipulating them. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, fellas, I didn't realize how boring this would be and on how much I don't really give a flying about people's first dates. How about you, huh? Go ahead and leave a comment down below telling me on how you feel about people's first dates, huh? Subscribe to my channel.